So a few familiar faces. So welcome. Thanks for attending. I'm Don Hately, and I'm the Chairman and CEO of Combat Sports Entertainment. By way of background, transactional lawyer, CPA, ex-investment banker, a lot of transactions. And we put this company together a few years back. And I think we've built one of the most exciting platforms in the country. I've been all over. There's really nobody that has put together this footprint. And I also think we're probably one of the most interesting companies presenting here today. So we have a holding company, and we own and operate the third largest boxing MMA company in California. The company's been around 25 years. Roy will get into that a little later, but we've also worked the last few years on developing some other platform companies that we're going to launch, one being Major Fight League. Okay, I'll let it go. In any event, all right. So I would like to, so this is what we're in the process of promoting. We're a private company right now. We're going to go public later this year. We have about 80 shareholders, quite a substantial shareholder base. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Roy Engelbrecht. And by the way, Roy was just inducted into the National Boxing Hall of Fame 2024 class. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. I lost my voice yesterday. Now it doesn't hurt. It just, you got to bear with me a little bit on that side. And I was so excited about this. If you're going to invest, you want to invest with the right content, with the right people, and at the right time. 32 years ago, people looked at me funny when I said minor league baseball was the next best thing. I live and raised a family in Newport Beach, California. Went to some investors there. Minor league baseball, what are you talking about? Went to Mark Harmon, NCIS Mark Harmon. We bought a California League long season team for $260,000. We made so much money, sold to the Brett brothers. The right content with the right people at the right time. And that's what Combat Sports Entertainment is. I'm 78 years old. I've been doing this for 52 years. I've made a whole lot of money in the sports business. This is about as exciting as it can get. What's Combat Sports Entertainment? I'll explain each one. The MFL, the Major Fight League. World Series of Dominoes. Extreme Roller Derby. Soca fights. You know what's interesting about this? We have no competition. Let's go with Major Fight League first. Major League Baseball has the minor leagues. The NBA has the G League. The National Hockey League has the minor leagues. The MLS has the USL. And even the NFL has now the UFL and college football. But combative sports does not have a legitimate minor league. What is the MFL? This is just like the NFL, Major League Baseball, National Hockey League, even college sports. It's conferences, it's divisions, it's 32 cities. 32 cities. Western Conference, Southwestern Conference, all those cities. How do you do that? Well, I'm the king of club promotions. 23 years ago, Oscar De La Hoya acquired my company. We started Golden Boy Promotions. If you read Forbes' last issue, they listed the top 10 fight promotion companies. Oscar, my company, we're worth about $450 million. We're a club promotion. A fighter doesn't turn 18 and become a UFC star or become signed by Top Rank. They have to start someplace. That's why the MFL, the Major Fight League, is such a winner because we do it in 32 cities. We take the best club promotion. We have vetted the 32 markets that are the strongest MMA markets. We identified 2 or 3 of the top Roy Engelbrecht's promoters in those markets. We'll select the one, we'll roll it up, and they will be the president of the MFL team in that market. You'll say, well, wait a minute. How about if that promoter in Atlanta says, you know what, Roy, I've been doing this 20 years. I don't need you. We'll say to you, John, what are you paying your fighters, your young fighters? Well, I'm giving them $1,000 guaranteed and a $200 win bonus. Well, John, the MFL is going to pay $3,000 and a $500 win bonus. Where do you think the best fighters in Atlanta will sign with? It's all about the dollars. They're signed with us. People, listen to this. 32 cities. We will sign the 12 best fighters. Actually, about 10. 6 that'll be on the squad, 4 traveling. 10 of the best young MMA fighters in 32 markets to a promotional contract. 320 fighters that are 1-0, 1-1. They're the best in that market. You'll see in the quick facts that I'll bring up, we'll play 10 matches, 5 at home and 5 on the road. We could have a fighter in a lot of these cities who could go 10-0. They're on the contract. We could have the next 5, 10 best young MMA fighters in the world under contract. Are you thinking a little bit here? Where's the next outstanding? Where's the next UFC stars? Where's the next PFL stars coming from? They're under contract with us. The second year, we get some fighters go. We now have 400 fighters under contract. UFC, you want to buy that 10-0 kid from Tampa Bay? Here's the deal. Quick facts. It's a regular season. It's just like other big-time sports. January through October, 10 regular season matches, 5 at home and 5 on the road. I've been so conservative on the numbers on this because I do this for 30 years on that. Ticket prices, 5 at home and 5 on the road. You know what's nice about this? This is a van league. Travel kills minor league teams. This is a van league. Los Angeles is playing Orange County. All right, getting that nice van, all 6 of you with the coach. You drive to Orange County. That's 45 minutes. No overnight staying, no airplane rides. San Diego's playing Orange County. Okay, getting your van up the 5 freeway, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. That's why the numbers work. Remember, I come from a minor league ownership background. That's why it works. All of that is a van league except when you get to the playoffs. And then you know what? If you're playing for the championship, you got to fly those 6 people. You don't mind because you're making a whole lot of money. Because we have championship playoffs. November to December, all the teams qualify, single elimination. Teams are seeded 1 to 4. The MFL is just one subsidiary of Combat Sports Entertainment. How many remember the LA T-Birds? Now, some of us old guys, some of you young ladies don't remember. Remember roller derby? Like roller derby. Just go to YouTube. Just plug in LA T-Birds. Just plug in roller derby. Roller derby in the 50s, the 60s, and the early 70s sold out arenas all over the place. It was a tremendous, tremendous popular sport. Unfortunately, it was owned by one family who had no partners, and finally it died. The Griffiths died. We're bringing it back, but we're not bringing back roller derby. We're bringing back extreme roller derby because everything's extreme now, right? Well, what do you mean, Roy? How could it be extreme? I met with some former LA T-Birds who were in their 60s, spent a lot of time with them. They love the fact, how do we make it extreme? we've added the extreme ramp. If you know how roller derby is normally played, is there a thing that I can? Oh no, they set it off there. Is there a pointer here, or don't think? Okay, wait a minute. This is it. Oh yeah, the roller derby is you have the jam right here. It's 5 and 5, 4 blockers and 1 jammer on each team. At the whistle, the jammer for LA and the jammer for San Francisco leave, and they have to circle the track and then get to the pack and try to go through the blockers. If everyone they score, if they get past that. Our extreme ramp, they start at the top. We bring them up with a big ceremony on the scissor lifts. They're right here. You know how you start a drag race where they have the lights that go yellow and green and red? That'll be right there. Now, this rendering I had done is not to scale, because this ramp will be over here, so they go straight down the track, and this track will be 25 feet longer. There's no other extreme roller derby. You know why I think this would be great? Go to Guy Fieri's restaurant, sports bar. Go to any sports bar, guys. You've been there. Look at the screens. Well, there's baseball game, hockey game, UFL football game, some college game. Seen baseball, seen football, seen basketball. If you're going to have, on those screens, if you're going to have this going on with fighting over the rail, what do you think they're going to watch and be glued into? Amazon Prime, Apple TV. We met with some production companies. Don't do anything. Don't go to anybody else. Talk to us. This content here will be absolutely fantastic. Quick facts. The ramp is 20 feet high. We're going to make it 25 because I really want them to come down. Bank track, open auditions. It's men and women's. How you play it. You play 1 quarter men's, next quarter women. Men, women. Regular season, January through October. You have the playoffs. And you're going to franchise it. The second or third year, you'll take this to cities, because there'll be part-time skaters right now. You'll take it to cities and franchise it. That's extreme roller derby. Wait a minute. We all know we're in Vegas. We have the World Series of Poker, don't we? Nobody's done the World Series of Dominoes. Dominoes is a popular sport. Played in the Hispanic community, certainly played in the African American community. We're going to launch a World Series of Dominoes with the finals in Las Vegas in November of this year. How do we do it? 8 regionals. Southeast, Northeast. Each regional will be played over a weekend at a casino or a hotel. We can do about 550 players at $250, $500,000 in cash prizes, about $300,000 at each for the regionals. So that you pay $250. We have 32 winners that get paid in each regional. Down to the last one is $300. So you get your money back. All 32 winners in these markets go to Las Vegas for the chance to win $50,000 is $300,000 total. What can I say? Okay. 8 regionals, $250, 400 to 600 players. Can do the math. If we do 500 at each one at $250, pretty good. And the casinos are giving us their event center because they want the lodging and they want the food and beverage. 32 winners, as I said, $300, $5,000, the regional winner. Dominoes, popular table game, involves thinking, But what's more important, dominoes, unlike poker, is a game of skill and is not regulated by any state authority. In California, I can't open, unless I'm a casino, I can't do a poker tournament for money. It doesn't matter. Dominoes is a game of skill. And that's why it's going to work for us. Okay. Soca Fights. This is the company that Combat Sports Entertainment, which is my company, acquired 3.5 years, almost 4 years ago. We're a combative sports promotions company based in Southern California. One of the main, our flagship is Fight Club OC. We do a show every other month in the hangar at the OC Fair and Event Center. We're the only hybrid show. We do pro boxing and pro MMA on the same card, sell out 1,400 fans. There's a new arena opening in Oceanside. They want us to come in and do San Diego Fight Night. The same concept. Local fighters, sports and entertainment.
Gentlemen.
Welcome to Fight Club. Welcome to Fight
First
Club.
rule of Fight Club
First
is
rule of Fight Club is
you do not talk about
you do
Fight
not
Club.
talk about Fight Club.
Second rule of Fight Club
Second rule of Fight Club is
you do not
talk about Fight Club.
Third rule of Fight Club.
Third rule of Fight Club.
Someone yells stop.
Someone yells stop. Goes limp. Taps out.
Fight is over.
The fight is over. Fourth rule.
Two guys to a fight.
Two guys to a fight.
Fifth rule.
Fifth rule.
Fight at a time.
One fight at a time,
Sixth
fellas.
rule. No
Sixth rule. No shirts. No shoes.
Seventh rule.
Seventh
Fights
rule.
will go on
Fights will go on as long as they have to.
And the eighth final
And the
rule.
eighth and final rule.
This is your first night at Fight
This is
Club.
your first night at Fight Club.
You have to fight.
You have to fight.
Don, take it away. That's Combat Sports Entertainment.
So as you can see, Soca Fights is our flagship operation that's been in existence for 20 years. We have solid numbers, what it costs to put on every fight. We've met with executives from UFC, Bellator. They work with us on our model, even our deck, not this deck, but our investor deck. Love the concept and love the fact that we will basically become college football for Major Fight League as a feeder system and organize a fragmented market. Right now, their head of talent acquisition flies all over the world looking for fighters. So we're going to be able to take that domestically and organize that structure for them and be a feeder system in. We have about 80 shareholders. I've got chairman of large brokerage firms in London as shareholders. I've met with the largest sports betting company in Europe. I've met with the chairman of KW Wealth Management in London as a shareholder. The ex-president of Red Bull North America as a shareholder. We've got a pretty solid base of executives that love our deal. It's all just family and friends at this point. Fight Club OC operates profitably, and we're not raising money for that. World Series of Dominoes that Roy mentioned, we bought a 50% interest in that operation. He's been running that for years at the casinos, and that's just going to be
But a dominoes guy. It's our idea to do World Series of Dominoes, but we wanted somebody who has dominoes, most dominoes lives on.
Yeah, and he's been running the Ultimate Dominoes series, and and with that came an 80,000 customer database of people that have been going to the events. We have 25,000 in our database of people that have come to Fight Club over the years. So we have over 100,000 people that we can market our securities offering to as well. We're raising money for the Roller Derby and Major Fight League, probably about a $5 million offering. We have a private placement out now, about half subscribed. Happy to talk to anybody privately about that. I don't want to be soliciting for a private placement, but we have a fund out of London that's going to come in for about $1.3 million. on the main offering, and we have several branding companies that we've met with that want to take the roller derby and promote that, including Jimmy Kimmel's group. We have a meeting next week with the head of programming for one of the major sport networks in the country. We already had a call with him. He's hosting us at their offices at 3:00 on Tuesday to talk about bringing roller derby as a property to their network and partnering with the right production company. They see it as a late night, Saturday night type event. We're just getting a lot of offers on the roller derby because they're starving for content and nobody can deliver a property like this. Well, I have one more quick thing. So with that, we're setting up talent representation because a lot of these fighters aren't represented. We are partnering with an AI company that's going to be able to take in our databases and monetize that. And as customers come in, we're also doing event management for other promoters. You might mention the bare knuckle, Roy. Do you want to?
Yeah, we were at the bare knuckles is an entity. They did their first show in California they filmed in, I don't know, 20 years. They hired a company to help them in Los Angeles, this first bare knuckles show that they had at the People's Theater. We're on our June 20th show, we're going to add bare knuckles because we couldn't do bare knuckles in California. This show happened. So we're going to do 4 boxing, 2 pro MMA, and 1 bare knuckle. So it'll be combative sports first ever trifecta. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, we've got a number of pro athletes, NFL Hall of Famers. I met with a number of them on Tuesday that all want to be a part of the advisory board and participate. And these are names you would recognize. So basically, we're going to do a $5 million offering. We're going to meet with some investment banks. We'd like to probably do a straight listing on NASDAQ. And like I said, half the proceeds would probably go towards developing out the roller derby and the other half Major Fight League. And with that, happy to take a question.
You know, I've lived it. I've lived it. This is such a home run. The minor league baseball, we did extremely well. Boxing in a ballroom at the Irvine Marriott, phenomenal. Bat on the ball. And that's what Oscar bought, and we started Golden Boy Promotions. Combat Sports Entertainment, Major Fight League. Nobody, no competition. Extreme Roller Derby, no competition. World Series of Dominoes, no competition. I'm not here trying to sell you a new pizza chain or a new dry cleaning chain. This is it. Questions? Which we might have been, yes.
Sorry? Well, our revenue is solely on Fight Club OC, right? On 6 fights, a little over $1 million. Okay. Yeah, and the profit. So we generate about $120,000 per fight. That's just on ticket sales. And we have some sponsors. We don't have any stream broadcasting. Take that concept, you multiply that by markets, and put together a whole merchandising program.
Yeah, the home run is the Major Fight League, Extreme Roller Derby, and the World Series of Dominoes. Yeah. It will be for the Major Fight League. Sign the young fighters. Yeah. 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 Oh, absolutely. Fighters fall through the cracks. I've had 30, maybe 36 former champions fight for me when they were young kids. Shane Mosley fought me. Dimitri Bivol, if you know boxing, he beat up Canelo Alvarez. Dimitri Bivol fought his first 2 fights with Brad Pitt at Fight Club OC. First fights in the United States. So we have that. Remember, in the club minor league business, a trainer of a young fighter who's got 1 fight, 2 fights, they'll call my matchmaker, they'll call another matchmaker, say, can you put my kid on? Can you put my kid on? They want to fight. We've solved that problem by having 32 cities with the top promotion in that market so that a fighter now can sign with us. He'll know when he's going to fight, where he's going to fight, and how much he's going to make. And that is what a young fighter wants to. Yes, sir.
for these, they're different based on the thing, but we have merchandise, advertising, sponsorship,
Live streaming.
broadcast, like all of
Yeah.
these were corporate. Like I said, I mean, it's one of the main,
Right.
just the head of program.
Yeah.
One of the main important. So you already saw it our presentation, invited us staff. Basically, we're going to talk about what it would take to get them to put that on.
Right.
So that could be a late night Saturday time slot.
Yeah.
Maybe part of it is get that stuff.
You have to realize we're not paying LeBron James's salary. We're not paying that. The $3,000 six fighters make and $2,000 for the losing team is minimal. Our numbers are at 1,000, selling 1,000 tickets. It's really 500 tickets because everybody's got going to bring somebody. The numbers are pretty impressive.
Everything else is upside. I know that we already have Modelo, Ski-Well, Mandela,
And
sponsors, but
yeah.
I know from talking to one of the UFC executives, that we can get sponsors.
Yeah.
You know, not for the for something like that. That's just your problem.
We have some management people that will just run this. I'm not going to run it because I don't have a voice. We have some good people that will run it. I just come up with the ideas. Yes, sir. No. Right. Right. We'll have the promoter in that market that we've vetted. We'll roll up his company. He'll be the president, so he feels like he's got something. We could do some of his other shows, but he will be the president of the Tampa Bay team, 10 at home, 10 at away. Every promoter in that market already has a venue. We're not going into 32 markets reinventing the wheel. That's what makes it so good. We got to end.